And we're seconds away from tipping off here. Atlanta Lady Celtics taking on Tennessee Xtreme Drew. We have our final championship game webcast here at the PSB Spring Showdown. I'm Marcus Burnett, joined by J.L. Hemingway on the mic. Hemi, last championship game here today. Your thoughts on this one?
Well, this is set to be an outstanding game. Two teams that gained a lot of momentum, obviously, through bracket play. Tennessee Xtreme out of the Chattanooga area, and of course, the hometown team, the Atlanta Celtics, in this game. Got a number of different prospects that we'll talk about individually, but as a whole, two very well-run organizations with a number of different college prospects out on the court.
Yeah, and for anybody that likes the color gray, pretty good matchup as well. Both teams donning the gray jerseys. Here's Sydney Nash, going to have that one knocked out of bounds by Harris. As it doesn't take us very long to have our first timeout of the game. We'll take a timeout with them and bring you more here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV. Time to get loose here. That traveling violation is going to send it back over to Xtreme.
Let's talk about the Tennessee Xtreme here just real quickly, Marcus. I think it starts in the middle for Coach Drew Little's team, number 18, Maddie Wright. You see her coming up here, setting the high ball screen and then rolling. She's a kid that already garnering, interest and even some offers from all across the country, quite honestly. Maddie Wright is, one of the, I would call her a 4-5 player. You can have her play center because she has the back-to-the-basket skills. She was showing, the ability to score over, either shoulder, yesterday. But at the same time, she's got some range on the jumper. She does a good job at being able to defend both inside and out. So she's definitely one to watch. Coming back here for the Atlanta Celtics, they are just loaded with talent. But let's go ahead and start to talk with number 2. That's Tatiana Davis out of Morgan County, out of Buckhead, Georgia. Lefty. Coach Daphne Pierce has just been singing Tatiana's praises for the past couple of years, and with good reason. She's an athletic point guard, playmaker, does a great job of slashing into the lane and making plays, but, moreover, she can put points up on the board. She's got range to the 3, and is going to be, one of these players that we continue to talk about, much like previous Atlanta Celtics players when you talk about Bria Elmore and those kids, back a few years ago.
2-1 ball game, 2-2. After that, Shania Anderson free throw ties us up at 2 apiece. Nash back up top. 3 from the corner. That one's short. Maddie Wright picks it up. Here comes Harris. Wright working on the offensive glass. Can't get the shot to go. And ball's going to be last touched by Xtreme. Back over to the Celtics.
Good defense there by number 33, Taylor Tucker on the interior. Did a great job of walling up right there. Chris Watkins and I talked about that skill, a moment ago. She is, a power forward, but she has ball handling skills to be able to face up on the perimeter as well, too. Tucker is one of these kids that makes this team go and a big reason why they're in the championship game here today.
As it's still 2-2, 12 minutes, 56 seconds left to play here in the first half. Nash guarded by Harris. Now they work it inside. Another opportunity going to be created there by Davis. Free throw line jumper for Nash. Bounces around, won't stay down. Harris has it stolen away. And Nash is able to pick up the pieces and finish.
Crafty left-handed finish there by Nash. Really like her game. You know, one of these glue kids for Coach Russell Steed and this team, you know, here today. She can play some points. She can play off the ball. But as you're seeing today, she's going to be a valuable member of this team.
Celtics looking to run. Kick it out to the corner for a southpaw three. Just off the mark. Nash called for a foul there on the rebound attempt.
Yeah, and that's what I like from Nash. You know, even though she might be, you know, one of the smaller players on the court, she's going to stick her nose in there, you know, play hard, you know, hard-nosed, gritty, grimy basketball. And even if she gets called for a foul every now and then, it's not going to bother her. She's going to keep playing hard. Let's talk about number 5 here for Tennessee Xtreme. This is Akia Davis, you know, also out of the Chattanooga area. Excuse me, Akia Harris, I should say, as she hits that pullback three. And right on cue, Marcus. It never ceases to fail. I talk about somebody and they make a play.
No doubt, man. Playing, of course, she's going to play like an EBA and CoachHemi.com showcase camper.
Harris is a dynamic guard. You know, she can play the point position, which is what she's going to do primarily today, as you see Tucker banking that shot from the free throw line area. But she can score off the ball as well too. She's going to be one of the kids in the 2016 class that I think is going to start to pick up major college interest moving into the summer months.
Maddie Wright gets the rebound and brings it across the timeline. Wright with the elbow jumper.
Good offense there by Tennessee Xtreme, and there you see the versatility of Maddie Wright. You saw her banging around on the interior, getting some rebounds, and now she's able to hit that foul line jumper.
Took a while for the lid to come off the rim for both teams. Now we're seeing a couple back-to-back buckets on both ends. And I have a foul there as Anderson was battling for a position there on the inside against Tucker.
And Tucker just hit that previous foul line jumper. That's back-to-back buckets for her, and now she's coming back on the defensive end. But that's what she's good at. You know, she can bring some offense to the table, you know, score some buckets, but you know, she's going to bring that physicality, that rebounding that's ever so important.
So rebound inside.
She's going to need to continue to be able to negate what Tucker does on the interior.
Tucker short there on that floater. Anderson active on that play. Jump ball is called. It will stay with the Celtics. One-point advantage for Tennessee Xtreme. 3 from the corner. Good to go for Ebony Hargrove.
Hargrove is a special player. Standing at 6 foot tall, she's a wing forward, but she has guard-like skills. You just saw her knock down that long-range jumper, and she's got the ball handling ability as well too to create her own shot. She had a big day yesterday, scoring in double digits, and a big reason why, once again, the Celtics are here in the Brandon Clay PSB championship bracket.
And they have a 2-point advantage thanks to that Hargrove 3. Skip pass. Tucker. No good. Nice job of using that length on that rebound there is Hargrove. Right with another rebound. Alomar with the pass ahead to a running Anderson. Anderson can't get the first attempt. Second attempt, money off the window.
Way to stick with it there by Anderson. And again, you see Anderson, a perfect complement to Maddie Wright, you know, on the interior. Anderson, one of those hustle forwards. She's going to run the floor, score in transition, but also provide that toughness that you need on the interior.
Hargrove going to try this 3 from the opposite corner this time. It's off the mark. Hubbard, contested jumper, Celtics come away with it. They've got an easy layup on the other end, but Davis a little too strong on that layup. Didn't hang her head, just got back on defense, created another opportunity, finishes the layup drill this time.
I think it's going to be a 30-second timeout here on the court.
30-second timeout. We'll take one with them. Look back at a couple plays in the process. You see Akia Harris. Coach Hemingway was just talking about her here. We see her probe the defense. They give her more of a cushion than they needed to, and she knocks down the triple. And we are back from the timeout. 11-13 ball game. Harris inside to Wright. Wright has shown some good touch around the rim. That one just a little too strong. Hargrove over to Tucker. Tucker putting it on the deck. He knocked out of bounds. Last touch there by Xtreme. Tucker with the jumper from the free throw line.
Yeah, she's got that jumper down today, doesn't she, Marcus?
Our most recent one makes it 4 points. Her and Hargrove have become more and more aggressive with each possession. Getting the jumper there. I believe Wright had that shot partially blocked by Hargrove. Didn't see her there in the blind spot. That jump shot was over before it was even released. Good defense there by the Celtics. Hargrove with it. Over to Davis.
Good pass. Another good pass.
Hargrove on the assist. Finish, Tierra Steed.
Yeah, Steed is an intriguing prospect. You know, she's got length, she's got inside-out versatility. You saw the post finish there. She's got the ability to face up and handle. One of these kids that just continues to improve and get better.
Another steal for the Celtics. Here's Davis. Davis going to shoot some free throws.
There's an illustration or an example of one of the things that we always talked about in 2-on-1 situations when I was coaching is when you're bringing the ball up the court, put the ball in your inside hand or the hand closest to the middle. You know, because now if you're dribbling up with your right hand in that situation, you can dump it off very easily to the teammate, which Tatiana could have done, but she had it in her left hand, and she would have had to go across her body to make the pass, which was a little bit tougher. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, if you got the ball in your right hand, nice free throw there by Davis. Well, isn't that kind of hard to be able to finish on the left side? But then that's when you teach that Euro step to be able to come back, you know, right on left. So, and even to be able to do it, you know, on the right side to come left on right. I think that's a skill that sometimes is a little bit under-taught.
Yeah. 11-19 game. Hargrove can't get her second three-pointer there.
Hargrove can definitely shoot that. I mean, that's in her range. She's shown the consistency to be able to do it. I think that one was a little rushed. A defender coming out at her, and I think Coach Steed right now is saying, hey, get your legs underneath you. You know, take your time. I think, you know, maybe even a little shot fake, one dribble pull up mid-range shot might have been a better opportunity.
Lamar gets it over to the corner. Now they try to work it back inside. Ball's loose. And that traveling violation going to send it back over to the Celtics now. 5 minutes, 18 seconds left to play here in this first half. If you're Tennessee Xtreme, you want to make sure you stay with, you keep this deficit at a manageable one.
Yeah, you see the Xtreme going with the 3-2 zone defense here to try to, you know, minimize the penetration from a guard like Davis. But they've really, they haven't covered the high post, you know, just very well. You know, Taylor with a couple of, Taylor Tucker with a couple jumpers, you know, at the free throw line area. That's going to be an area that Coach Little is going to want to talk about at halftime.
Nash got tripped up a little bit there after the steal, trying to get it ahead. Comes down hard on the knee, but up and running now. Meanwhile, Tucker with the rebound. Tatiana Davis setting it back up over to Nash. Three from the corner, money for Taylor Tucker.
Interestingly enough, we would have thought coming into this game, you know, Tennessee Xtreme with so many three-point shooters like Megan Lewis, and she's off the mark on that one. You would have thought that Xtreme would be the one, you know, with all the three-point jumpers, but it's been the opposite. The Celtics, you know, between Hargrove and Tucker, they've hit several here today.
It's a wide open one from the corner there by Steed. It's off the mark. Tennessee Xtreme has Alomar ahead. Too strong on the layup attempt. So still 11-22.
Well, the Xtreme have kind of shot themselves in the foot, not taking advantage of every opportunity here. You know, at one point this was an 11-11 game, and 11 points later, now you see a 22-11.
Nice defense by Davis. Able to keep Alomar from getting that bucket, and they're going to say last touch by Xtreme. So still able to keep Xtreme from getting points there on the fast break. And you mentioned it, him. You got to look at some of these opportunities that Tennessee Xtreme has had to score. And a lot of them, they've come away with no points.
Yeah, they've had some looks. You know, they're going to come back and look at the broadcast here and say, boy, if we would have just taken advantage of, you know, this play here and this play there, could have been a different story. There's one instance where Coach Steed would prefer not to have the foul called. Taylor Tucker is really shooting the ball well here today. Doesn't get a whole lot of lift or a lot of air under her feet when she shoots that jump shot, but she doesn't need to.
Maddie Wright refusing to let that fly. And I think not just some of the open opportunities that you've seen Xtreme maybe not capitalize on, but I think when you look at the way that the Celtics have defended as well as just their personnel on the floor, if you're Xtreme, even if it's not an open shot, you just want it to be the lesser of two evils versus an extremely contested shot with the way that the Celtics have defended. You look at the speed and the length that they have as far as guarding their perimeter and cutting off the penetration. Anything you can get with a little bit of that defensive pressure lifted, you got to be able to take advantage of it.
I agree. And if you just look from a strictly height matchup here, I think the Celtics might have a height advantage at every single position. Now, you know, that's not to say that they have an advantage at every single position, but when you're going against a team that's taller and longer than you, you know, that speeds you up a little bit and forces you into some mistakes. And That's an adjustment that Coach Little and his young ladies are going to have to make moving into this second half.
There's that turnover there. Gives it back to Tennessee Xtreme. Just over 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. Harris kicks it to the wing. Now she gets it back. Good with the floater.
Yeah, she's good. There's no doubt about it. Shoot the three. Get into the lane off the dribble. Speaking about getting into the lane off the dribble, Tatiana Davis is great at that. But to finish that thought, excuse me, they're going to need Akia Harris to have a big second half to cut this lead down.
Yep. Harris with the ball. Has it stripped away. Jump ball is going to keep it with Tennessee Xtreme. Maddie Wright catch and shoot, way too strong. Harris swings it to the corner. Three-pointer. Looked good, wouldn't stay down. Shania Anderson working inside. They called that a jump ball, so ball back over to the Celtics.
Good pass.
Good recognition there by Davis. She really saw that play develop before it came to fruition. Took it right at the defense, dropped it off. It was finished there by number 24.
That's Selina Fortune. Also out of Morgan County, 2017 prospect, and she comes right back the other direction. Gets a block shot, but can't get the defensive stop because there's a foul here on the Celtics.
Wright able to catch that pass and with a lot of traffic around her. Here come the Celtics the other way. Davis goes behind the back, temporarily loses the handle, but gets it. We are under 30 seconds here in the first half. Approaching 10 seconds and counting. Clock stops at 8.4. With that turnover, so Tennessee Xtreme will have it, and more likely than not, the last shot of the first half. Harris, with 2 seconds, tries to get it into Anderson. Right, that shot would not have counted, even if it had made it. So that's sending us into halftime. PSB Spring Showdown. We'll be back with more Tennessee Xtreme versus the Lady Celtics after this break. Welcome back here to the PSB Spring Showdown as we get ready to get the second half started. And actually, it's already underway. That jumper makes it 16-26. Good start there for Tennessee Xtreme as they open up this second half facing a deficit. They cut into it immediately. Marcus Barnett joined by J.L. Hemingway here on this one.
Carly Schuler out of Bearden High School, Knoxville, Tennessee, knocks down that corner three. You know, the Xtreme have a number of good shooters. We mentioned Akia Harris, you know, a moment ago. But Schuler, Kathleen Alomar, who's over here in this other corner, sharpshooter, and then, of course, Megan Lewis, who's on the bench. And we saw Lewis, you know, just go absolutely bananas at the EBA Top 40 camp at the beginning of March. 4 threes in a row to start off a camp game. You know, so they've got some kids that can put the ball in the hole, and you see Maddie Wright get that soft jumper there in the lane off the baseline out of bounds. The key for them now is to be able to find opportunities in space for those shooters to get those shots off.
Yeah. That's Lady Celtics turnover. Putting Tennessee Xtreme in a position to cut the lead even further. They've got it down to single digits now, with an 8. And that turnover gives them the ball back. Here's Harris. Good look at the three-pointer there for Schuler, unable to knock it down.
It may sound a little redundant to talk about, Marcus, but the three-point shot is such an important weapon in the game of basketball. And, you know, there may be some old school, you know, guys out there that say, oh, well, we shoot too many threes in the game and, you know, this and that. But I want you to think, let's just talk about numbers here for a moment. If you shoot 33% from the three-point arc, okay, 3 out of 10 is 9 points. Okay, if you shoot 50% from two-point range, well, 5 out of 10, that's 10 points. And I've seen a lot of stat sheets out there, and not every team shoots 50%, you know, from two-point range themselves. So when you just go by sheer numbers, if you've got good three-point shooters, and especially if you can shoot over 33% from behind the arc, the numbers are going to work out in your favor.
Most definitely, and not only help with that point total, but when you can knock that three ball down, you talk about it opening up opportunities for you to get a better deuce just off of the defense having to close out so aggressively when that three ball is falling.
You're right, and we talked about it on the last broadcast about how if you have three-point weapons, it can actually help open up, you know, the interior game. You know, if Alomar, Lewis, Harris, Schuler, if they can start knocking down some three-point jumpers, I can guarantee you Maddie Wright's going to benefit as a result of that.
(20-26) ball game. Trying to force it inside. Good defense there by Anderson. Now it's in the hands of Harris.
You can see a little defensive strategy switch up here by Coach Little. He's extending the pressure. You saw the previous possession, a little zone trap, actually forced a turnover. Sure enough, guess what? 2 turnovers in a row for Tennessee Xtreme.
Harris gets the steal on one end, has the shot partially blocked there. So the Celtics give it up, but come back and get it back on defense.
When you talk about that, obviously you want to win this game right here, and, you know, play for a championship, of course. But you talk about the value of the spring showdown here. This is an opening tournament for many of these teams, you know, and if it's not the first one, it may be only the second one. You know, many of these teams still putting it together, still adding players, adding pieces, you know, trying to gel and really to be able to hit their stride, you know, moving into the April evaluation period. So that's the importance of, you know, this opening tournament here at the Peach State Basketball Spring Showdown.
Shania Anderson fouled on the play. She'll shoot 2 at the line. Anderson good on the first. As we'll have a 30-second timeout, we'll take it with them. When we get back, we've got 12 minutes and 42 seconds left to figure out who will take this championship. Tennessee Xtreme versus the Lady Celtics. We'll be back shortly. Back from the timeout. Shania Anderson makes good on that second free throw to make it 22-26.
Yeah, there's a trainer out there.
Harris gets it to Wright. Wright trying to get that pass inside to Anderson. Throws that one a little too tall. Here's Tucker. You know, when you look at Tucker and Hargrove in the first half for the Lady Celtics, you got to be pleased with some of the adjustments Tennessee Xtreme has made.
Yeah, you look at the score here, it's just a 4-point game. You know, and as much out of rhythm as Tennessee Xtreme looked in the first half, that's the way the Atlanta Celtics look like right now. Nothing's really going right for them. You see a couple of turnovers, some missed shots. The Xtreme seem to be a little bit more focused, have a little bit more identity for what they're doing. As you see, Maddie Wright making a good interior pass to Anderson.
Harris with the floater. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Steve.
That was a good offensive possession by the Xtreme. Even though the shot didn't go down in the end, made multiple passes, got several good shots in the lane, and that's going to be a positive sign for them moving forward.
Anderson lost the hand on that one, pulled out of there by Steve.
Good deflection there by Maddie Wright. Good recognition of what was happening with the play.
Stay with him, Maddie. Stay with him.
Wright guarding Tucker there on the perimeter. Tucker going to try the mid-range. Too strong on the shot. Steve with the rebound.
Now that's a tough matchup right there when Taylor Tucker is the one using the ball screen with the ball handling. You know, normally she's going to attract a bigger player, you know, that is not used to, you know, guarding over a ball screen in that way. And you know, that's why she was able to get that open jumper right there. But another empty possession here for the Celtics as we start to move down under the 10-minute mark here. The Celtics have not scored in quite some time.
So still a 4-point game. Harris kicks it to the corner. Now back to Harris. Thought about getting it in the right. Instead, she drives, then kicks it to right.
That's very good. That's very good basketball there. And you see what Harris can do. She can create that space. And she set it all up with some ball fakes and some good footwork. And that's what created all of that. And then she dumped it off to the rolling post player in right. She's a difference maker on the court right now. You know, Tatiana Davis on one end for the Celtics. She can make plays. Harris on the other can make plays.
That's right. Smacks that one out of there. It's a 2-point game. Xtreme can tie it on this possession. And they will have to go to the free throw line to do so as Alomar gets fouled.
Kathleen Alomar, one of my favorite players of all time, just such a skilled, fundamental kid. I remember watching her play back in, you know, when she was in middle school even. Always had that sweet jumper as you see right there. And now she takes it end to end with the ball in transition, draws a foul and ties this game up.
26 apiece, 9:40 and counting. Left to play here in the game. Davis, that pass too tall for Steve. So Xtreme momentum on their side, and it's been that way since they started the second half. Harris hands it off. Harris over to Lewis. Megan Lewis, money in the bank from the outside.
We mentioned her just a moment ago about a kid that can really shoot the basketball. There's one kid in the entire gym that you don't want to give a clean look to. It's Megan Lewis.
As Lewis gives the Xtreme their first lead in quite a while. A chance to pull the Celtics to within one. Here for Tucker. Tucker out of Redan High School, a program known historically for having a very good girls basketball program. So splits the pair of free throws. Lead is now 2. Harris gets it on the wing. The length of the Celtics making it very hard for that any intended entry pass into Maddie Wright.
And they've been playing a zone defense, but now you start to see the Celtics start to extend it a little bit, which I think is a good move because they have such good length. But I tell you what, good ball movement, good patience there by the Xtreme, and Maddie Wright is a weapon at that high post.
She makes it a 4-point game with that silky jumper. So ball back over to Tennessee Xtreme. They've got a 4-point advantage and the ball in their hands with about 7:40 left to play in this one.
It's really amazing to see how the the momentum can shift in a game like this, Marcus. I mean, we were looking in this first half, and we thought that the Xtreme might be ran out of the building in the second half, but now, you know, the Celtics really came out a little bit subdued, and the tables have really turned.
Yeah. Weaving through traffic there. Harris kicks it back out.
Yeah, good extra pass. Good extra pass. That's great basketball right there.
As we're going to get a timeout, we've got to take a look at. We'll take a look at that last play, but just Akia Harris, you can't understate her value. As you see her kick it out, the extra pass sets it up for Megan Lewis, who's wide open.
And you said it right. The ability of Harris to be able to get down into the lane and cause the defense to collapse is what set all of that up. And then her willingness to find the open teammate is what, you know, that was the real play on all of that. Not every player can create the space to get down into the cut of the defense. And then number two, not every player is unselfish enough, like Harris is, to give it up once she does get down there. You see too many times players will just throw up a shot because, oh, I'm at the basket now, it's time for me to shoot.
Couldn't agree with you more. We saw Kayla Pointer and the role she was able to play for her team, and Harrison Pointer got some travel basketball in his teammates last year, and you can really see Harris playing a similar role here for this Tennessee Xtreme team. Saw Pointer and Team Pointer Elite get the championship there in the game prior to this one. Harris and Tennessee Xtreme in a very good position to get their respective championship here in this bracket as well. Nash guarded by Harris. Harris with very good defense there on that play. By the time Nash finally did get by her, had Jada Hubbard there to knock that one out of bounds. Catch and shoot. Too strong there for Davis. Tennessee Xtreme in control of this one, 7 points. That's an easy one to call for the official there as Maddie Wright comes. Wasn't set on the screen, also pushed through the defender. So there's Tucker with it. Steve has it stripped away. Nash, the step back jumper.
Yeah. Coach Steed over there is going to look for somebody. He needs somebody to step up and make some plays, and Nash is ready to do that.
He makes it a 5-point game. Lewis over to Hubbard. Hubbard for three.
Big jumper there by Hubbard.
Jada Hubbard out of Heritage High School in Ringgold, Georgia.
We've had Hubbard at our CoachEmmy.com showcase a year ago. Like Hubbard's length, her skill set, showing the ability to shoot the basketball here today.
Hubbard and Harris there on your screen. Part of that Tennessee Xtreme backcourt has been instrumental in helping set the tone for this second half. Big reason why they lead by 8 as we approach the 5-minute mark. Hargrove all in the passing lane, gets the steal.
See the link there of the Celtics playing real big, you know, in the passing lanes, and that's going to turn into an opportunity here for Hargrove. Score 2 points at the free throw line.
Hargrove good on the first free throw. Second one on the way, rolls around, won't stay down for it, so it'll be 30-37. We are officially under 5 minutes now, 4:55 and counting. Harris saves it right to one of her teammates. Celtics are all over that as they partially blocked that one. Now it's in the hands of Davis.
Nice pitch ahead. You know, and that's what they were doing in the first half. They were getting the ball in Davis's hands, and she was pushing the tempo. You know, in the second half, we just haven't seen much of that from any of them.
Nash good on the first free throw, hit a jumper there from that same free throw line area a couple possessions ago. Splits the pair of free throws there, ball's loose. Xtreme picks it up, gets it in the hands of Hubbard, back over to Harris.
Tell you what, Xtreme has done a good job of attacking the weakness of this Celtic zone. They put the ball down in the short corner. They fed the high post area. You know, kids like Maddie Wright, Anderson, and now at the line, number 21, Crystal Ely, being very productive down there in the high post, low post area.
So it's a 6-point game. Celtics trying to reclaim the lead that they had for pretty much all of the first half and really saw it dwindle down with the start of the second. Nash for three. Can't get it to go. Steve creates another opportunity. 2 for $1 sell on threes, and that one's just short by Davis. You see Hargrove coming out further and further to pick up Harris.
Yeah, they've really extended this, you know, what was a 3-2 zone into more of a 1-2-2. Not really trapping, but they're really getting out into the passing lanes. This game's far from over. I think Coach Little knows that, and that's why he's going to take a timeout now.
He takes a timeout, so will we. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left to play in this one. You're watching the PSB Spring Showdown here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV. We'll be back shortly. Coming back from the timeout. 7-point game, 31-38. And we got a turnover as Xtreme gives it right back.
That is a coach's nightmare. Call timeout, draw something up, turn it over. I'm sorry to say I've experienced that more than once.
It can't be an easy thing. It gotta help build composure and patience when something like that happens. As we saw it being exhibited by Coach Little there on that play. He just told his team, hey, get back on defense.
Tucker with another put back into the lane, drawing this thing a little bit closer.
Tennessee Xtreme just spreading out, running a little bit of clock. Credit to Xtreme. Akia Harris is actually getting a breather on the bench. They're still able to kind of manage the game even while she sits. Got to get out of that corner though. Steed takes that away.
And the Xtreme trying to milk some clock right there and ended up turning it over. They did run a good 30 seconds off of it though.
Rebound wrestled away there by Ely.
They're going to milk some more, and look here, the Celtics have gone man-to-man.
Xtreme will take it out of bounds. Little looking to get it in. And Alomar going to get called for the foul there on that play. The pass was a little too far ahead. Hargrove sensed it. Alomar called for the foul, trying to keep her from getting to it. Minute 27 left to play. Davis for three. It's off the mark. Last touch by Tucker. .110 on the clock. A lot of time in basketball. Here's Harris. Harris inside to right. Right.
Yeah. It's a tough move and a good shot there. Maddie Wright really showing her skill set this weekend.
Offensive foul goes against the Celtics. They trail by 7, 40.9 seconds. Harris lost the handle temporarily, but went back and got it. Coach Little gets the timeout. We talked about some of that size and length on the inside for the Lady Celtics. Matt had a good game, and here we see her working on the inside against Taylor Tucker. Playing through the contact. Good touch.
Yeah, and notice it was all set up there by Akia Harris. You know, with her dribbling ability, pull back, delivers the ball to the interior. Good play.
(33-40), 26.9. Tough to play here in the PSB Spring Showdown. Little has it, guarded by Steve. Now picked up by Harris.
I think the Celtics are just content to let this one play out the way it is.
Still playing hard. You see both teams still hustling. As we've got a final score, 40-33. Tennessee Xtreme, led by Coach Little, able to come here to the Atlanta area and get the PSB Spring Showdown Championship. I'm Marcus Burnett. He's JL Hemingway. Appreciate you joining us here for this one as we kick off travel ball here from the Spring Showdown.